All right, so for those two people out there that are resisting my intro, I skipped it for you. This is part two, a more detailed look at the Airbnb market in the Dominican Republic. And in the background, you'll see a little bit of beach footage. This first one is Playa Sosúa, one of the prettiest beaches. Oh, we've got 4 or 5 of them here in Sosúa. And today we're going to directly match Grok to Chat GPT. There's misinformation in both AIs. The artificial intelligence isn't so intelligent sometimes. So we're going to parse through both opinions of the artificial intelligence, first being Grok, with a market overview. Obviously, the Dominican Republic is one of the top tourist destinations in the Caribbean. And they attract about 7 million tourists annually, with air travel arrivals reaching 8.1 million in 2023. That's a 12.5 increase year over year. And cruise arrivals soaring by 70% to 2.3 million. The influx creates a demand in the short-term rentals, also known as STRs, particularly on platforms like Airbnb. Key areas: Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, Cabarete, and Sosúa, as well as Las Terrenas. And the market benefits from low STR regulations, favorable tax incentives for foreign investors, and a stable economy. It's making it attractive for Airbnb hosts and investors. So, key financial metrics for 2025 based on Air ROI's 2025 STR market analysis. The Dominican Republic's Airbnb market shows varied performance across regions with the following key performance indicators. KPIs. Average daily rate, that's ADR, varies significantly by region. For example, Santo Domingo is $75 ADR. San Juan coming in at $54 ADR. And Sosúa coming in at $230 ADR, which it says is highest in the country, driven by premium beachfront properties and international tourism. I gotta call BS on that one. We don't have an ADR, an average daily rate of $230 in Sosúa. I'm not sure why that particular stat is so out of sorts, but that does not seem like it could be real, even with the beachfront factored in there. Obviously, the ADR is influenced by location, property type, etc., and seasonality. Average annual revenue in Santo Domingo, $7,593 per listing, with a market of 9,343 active listings. San Juan, 3756 per listing with only 27 active listings, and Sosúa, $21,160 per listing, among the highest in the country due to strong demand and higher pricing. And again, I can't see that. I don't see how, even with the higher price listings, you get to that average daily rate for Sosúa. So check all the details yourself. I mean, I'm taking the easy way out here, trying to get AI to give me the data, but the data is not perfect. Occupancy rates: Santo Domingo 39%, San Juan 26%, and Sosúa 28%. Obviously, occupancy rates vary seasonally, with peaks during the winter months, December to March, when North American and European tourists flock to the Caribbean. Caribbean or Caribbean? Active listings. The Dominican Republic has tens of millions of STR listings tracked globally by platforms like AirROI, with significant concentration in tourist hubs. And we went over the active listings there already. Property types. Listings range from studios, which are kind of like the budget pricing, to luxury beachfront villas. For example, in Sosúa, a 5-bedroom luxury villa can fetch 20 to 29 CAD. I don't know why we're talking about Canadian dollars. We don't deal in Canadian dollars much down here. It's all USD, but 20 to 29 CAD per night per person, while high-end properties list for $529 to $700,000 for purchase. In Santo Domingo, a 2 to 3 bedroom house in the city center averages $150,000 per purchase, and rental yields vary by location. Luxury properties like Punta Cana and Sosúa command higher ADRs and sale prices, with beachfront homes reaching $5 to $25 million in prime areas. Okay. Statistical analysis. The market concentration. Airbnb market is heavily concentrated in tourist areas, obviously. Analysis of 70 top STR markets in the Dominican Republic shows that Sosúa, Punta Cana, and Cabarete rank high due to revenue potential and occupancy trends and low regulations. International visitors. 71 to 86% of Airbnb guests are international, with the U.S. 47 to 72%, and the Dominican Republic 13 to 29% as top markets. Languages spoken: Spanish 29.5 to 54.8, and English 35.2 to 58.9 dominate. You should be bilingual. Age group: post-2000s, Gen Z Alpha represent 50% of guests, driving demand for modern amenities like fast Wi-Fi, smart home features, and local experiences. Seasonality: demand peaks in winter with lower occupancy in off seasons. September. It says here September to November, when actually it's September to, winter in off seasons. Okay, yeah, September to November, I guess, could be considered off season, but it's more like September to November is high season. November to March is high season, basically. Regulatory environment: low STR regulations across the country, with no license listing reported in Sosúa, Santo Domingo, or San Juan, though hosts are advised to verify local requirements, blah, 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 blah. High ROI markets like Sosúa and Punta Cana benefit from tourist-driven demand and rising property prices. It quotes condos in Cabarete from $150,000 to $200,000 for sales in 3 years. So from $150,000 they got to $200,000 in sale price in the last 3 years, and that will be bigger in some locations than others, larger in some locations than others. Okay, price appreciation. Real estate prices in tourist areas have risen 10 to 15% over the past year, with Sosúa and Cabarete seeing condo prices increase from $150,000 to $2,000 in 3 years. Again, higher in some areas. The 2023 record of 10.4 million tourist arrivals, air and cruise, underscores the STR market growth potential, particularly in coastal areas. And we've got a competitive landscape here. High-performing listings emphasize unique amenities: infinity pools, ocean views, gated security, and proximity to beaches like Sosúa or Alicia. We also have a couple other beaches down here: Casa Marina Beach, Playa Chiquita, etc., etc. So we've got a little bit more information here that goes deeper into it. I can certainly leave you a link in the show description if you'd like to do some more research on your own, or just ask Grok. He's usually pretty good. So that's Grok's analysis of the STR market in the Dominican Republic. And I am Jim Fannon. This is for AI, picking up the information that will be made into chapters for your easy scrolling of the information. I'm Jim Fannon. I'm the host of Buying Dominican Republic here on YouTube and Twitter and any other platform you can find. Buying Dominican Republic is an account on mostly all of your social media platforms. So come on down. And maybe we'll pick up on the next one. Who is ChatGPT? And what do they consider to be important? What do they consider to be stats as far as their analysis and market statistics here on short-term rentals? And there's my boy David. You can find him down on the beach in Playa Sosúa. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and I am out.